Menace II Sobriety.
What advice would you give to anyone that's listening to this now? I mean, apart from obviously hypnosis.
Yeah.
The first steps for
Listen,
them.
I think that these steps are logical steps. The first thing is, I believe that you have to delete all your dealers' numbers, right? It goes without saying, right? Yes, people go, yeah, but you can find them.
I just look at this.
3 for 100, banging deals.
Have a look at this.
Lined in flake.
Look at this, right? I don't know if you'll have a go at me about this, but I don't know why. Yeah, look, Albo 2. Today's offer 3 for 100. New
5
stuff.
for £200.
5 for £200.
Innit?
Hello, today's offer is 4 for 160.
Yeah,
I should probably. Do you know what I'm going to do? Text him back. No, I'm going to.
Yeah, listen,
Let's
it's all about
delete this.
encouraging you.
But it's Friday, isn't it?
Dan, it took 2 years, having finished using, for people to stop texting me.
Yeah.
Even when I deleted their numbers, they somehow put the number onto a different line. But listen, it's about rational steps that you can do.
Yeah.
First step, delete all your dealers' numbers. That's the first step. The second thing is you've got to address your circle. So, like, if you associate those people with doing it, you're making it more challenging. I'm not saying that you can't deal with that. I'm saying you're making the job harder.
Yeah.
And I always say, listen, give yourself 3 months. 3 months of not being around those people.
Yeah.
Then you've got to address your alcohol. You know, if you're somebody whose alcohol is your trigger, if you're not a dry sniffer, and there's a lot of dry sniffers out there, right?
I don't think of anything
Yeah,
worse.
I was a dry sniffer. That was how it was for me. You know, only in the end would I use alcohol to try and come down and get off to sleep, even with sleepers or something like that. But I was a dry sniffer. Alcohol was not my problem. My problem was getting on the packet. So if alcohol is a trigger, which it is, I'd say for probably 85% of people who use the packet, you know, they have a few pints, they're 2, 3, 4 pints in, and the first thing they do is they call it on like, hello, mate, yep, come drop one off.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So listen, stop your alcohol content for a period of 3 months. To me, those make logical, rational steps. I've got to tell you a story, though. You know, when I stopped using, right, I always believe that you have somebody always said to me once, you can count your best friends on one hand. If they don't fit on one hand, they're not your fucking best friends, right? Yes, you can have lots of other friends on the periphery, but these 5 friends will die for you. You know, I know that I could phone up any one of those 5 friends there. Whatever the problem was, they would be at my house, at my door, with bats and guns and knives, and you know, whatever I needed. You know, if I needed them emotionally, if I needed them physically, they'd be there for me, no matter what, right? Then you have friends on the periphery. And I remember when I stopped, you know, the people around me, those close-knit friends, they were really supportive and they understood it. I used to go to a pub. And, you know, we live in a society now where most pubs are fucking drugs pub. That's a reality. The pub I went into, I mean, they weren't racking up on the table, but it wasn't far fucking short.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it was. And I told these people I wasn't using. I went in the pub and they'd be like, I told them over and over and over again. And then this guy I know, we're kind of a friend on the outside kind of thing, right? He's like, oh, I've left you one in the toilet. I've left you one in the toilet.
Mate.
I was like, I'm already sick of telling them, right? So I wasn't going to tell them again. So I've gone in there. It's on the system. I've gone,
Wow. Yeah.
I've gone out. He's going, good gear. I said, fucking cracking.
Wow. It's just the best way to do it.
That's how you got to get yourself to understand where you're in control of your own thoughts.
Wow.
And then if you're around someone's house and you've already told them 3 times is the golden rule, right? No, I don't touch it. Yeah, have another one. No, I don't touch it. Yeah, have one. All right, mate. Off the table, all the gear's gone. Fuck you.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Because you've told them 3 times. I give them a warning. They don't want to listen. That's their problem. I'll tell you what, they never rack it up again for you.
I bet they fucking don't. And I think that again is, you know, like there's a couple of people I know that just simply won't have it that I'm sober, you know, and I think it's because it's like I'm holding a mirror up there, like, well,
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And think about this: it's the most expensive drug in the world that you want to give away.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
You
Yeah.
buy a packet and you're like, do you want a line? Do you want a line? Have a line, have a line. It costs me fucking 50 quid or £100.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the only one doing it.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the only one doing it.
Nah, and I think...
And you don't want to be the last one left behind when everyone stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, and how come that there's a difference in people? Because I do know some people that can have a cheeky bump or one at the pub and then be like, do you know what, I'm all right.
Okay.
And why some people would do it at the house party then take it home and do it.
Okay. So I think let's answer that, right? I think the answer is this. Certain people have a dependency to certain drugs and some people don't have a dependency to that drug.
Wow.
You know, as I said, I can have alcohol. I can take it. I can leave it. It doesn't bother me. You can take me to a bar right now and you can say, Elliot, here's the fucking keys to the bar. Drink whatever you like. And I'll be like, I'm all right, you know, just give me a Diet Coke. Or I might have one drink.
Yeah.
One. It don't bother me, right? take me to like fucking Colombian cartel and leave me there. You'll never see me again. You know, I'll be like, whoa, because different people have a different substance addictions.
Yeah.
You know, I used to know somebody that only smoked when they went on holiday. Like the only time they would have a cigarette is when they went on holiday. And I'd be like, you only smoke when you're on holiday? And they're like, yeah, I go away for a week and I enjoy smoking. I go, hang on a minute. Don't most people say that smoking helps them to relax? They go, yeah, it helps me to relax. I said, aren't you in the place that's supposed to be the most relaxing place above all?
Yeah.
Right?
That was a weird one for me as well. I only smoked when I was drinking.
Right. So there you go. You have a state-dependent alert memory behavior, as I said before.
Yeah.
So, you know, so different people have different associations. And there are some people that can use cocaine every now and then, every 3 months.
Why did, and I'm going to talk from personal experience again, why does cocaine make you chat shit? Like, for instance, I remember many a time where I'd be waiting for my turn to tell a fucking story, and if I didn't have none left, I'd fucking make one up. Do you know what I mean? Talk about fights I ain't never had.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Why do people do that?
Your brain just runs away with you because you're in a completely different, you know, hemisphere, stratosphere. You're in a different fucking world.
I'm like, I can remember one night I told someone that I know quite well that I'd done time inside. The next day I thought, fucking, what if you ask someone? I ain't never been to prison.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's mad, isn't it?
You make decisions that seem very rational and logical at the time that are completely fucking ridiculous. I mean, you talk about talking, right? Because initially when you use cocaine, it's that social thing and it's like people come out of their shell. And that's the other thing. They overcome any social anxiety to be life and soul of the party. They become confident. They don't become that, you know, person in the background. They suddenly become in the forefront, and they don't want to lose that ability to be in the forefront, to have fun. Right? But so initially it starts off and you become chained. It's like, oh mate, did you do this? And and you're like machine gun, right? But then eventually, once your quantity increases and your frequency increases, then you can't even get your fucking words out.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
You know, it's like and you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, one of my mates, whenever he does it now, he just twitches.
Yep. Exactly what happens.
Yeah.
It's setting off all your neurotransmitters in your brain. It's affecting your whole physiology. You know, it really does. People don't realize how much it affects you. And I did a video. I actually didn't put this up on TikTok because I thought they would ban me. And I did a video in my friend's kitchen, right? And what I did is I had some digital scales. He's a dealer, by the way. You know, I don't judge people. That's the other thing, right? I don't judge people. I have people come and see me that serve up. I don't give a flying fuck what you do. I'm not there to judge you. I'm here to help somebody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not the police trying to police something. I'm there to help somebody stop. Yeah. So anyway, he's got these digital scales. And I said, listen, let me come around your house. And I took some white flour and I took some whey protein powder, of course, right? Whey protein powder was brown. And I said to him, right, let's work out on an ounce. And we worked out at 40%. And we weighed up the white flour on the digital scales. I was like, that's that. Then I weighed up the 60% of the ounce on there in the brown whey powder, and I mixed it together. And I was like, that's the fucking shit you put up your nose. Because you're lucky. You're lucky if you get 40% proof, right?
Wow.
And that's the thing I put out on my TikTok. I've put it a few times. I didn't put this video up, by the way. But on my TikTok, I always put, you know, if you get 40% proof, you're fucking great. And everyone's like, I get 90% proof.
No, you don't.
Fuck all,
no
you
way.
get 90% proof. It's impossible.
No, I went to Mexico once, and that was pretty fucking strong. I didn't leave the hotel room for about fucking 3 days.
Yep.
My face was numb, and I've never had anything like that. You don't get that in London. It's pub grub.
Of course, it's pub grub. Listen, they did an analysis in 2016 that I looked at, where they analysed, I can't remember how many thousands of drug seizures, and they analysed the cocaine. And this wasn't just your person that got caught with an ounce. We're talking about people who got caught with an ounce to fucking proper keys, you know, full boxes. And they analysed it, and it went from 10% through to, I think it was about 50%. So they're saying the average grub that you buy is around about 30%. So I'm being kind, I'm being generous, that maybe you know somebody further up the tree where you're getting it slightly higher, but you ain't getting nothing more than 50%.
No, I mean, I can remember, this is the mad thing about it as well, because, you know, we have... with my group of friends, you know, we've all got kids now, so slowly we're all starting to slow down. Some of us ain't. And when we're in the pub, you know, maybe a few years ago, whatever, it's like we've got different dealers for different qualities of gear. Like
absolutely,
we'd have one dealer, and I'd say, look, this is fucking. It costs a bit more, but it's
grade
good
A.
shit. It's grade A. It's good shit. But it's going to take an hour, and they go, no, we'll just get it off this guy because it'll be in 15 minutes, and they'd sniff it and they'd be sick, but they'd still enjoy it. They'd be being sick. And I can remember thinking to myself back in the day. I mean, again, when I was using it was once, twice a week or whatever. But I can even remember back then thinking, surely this is insanity. This is fucking stupid.
You know what the definition of insanity is? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and yet expecting a different result.
Yeah, that's
cocaine addiction.
That is.
You know, and sorry, just to think about, when you think about, let's say you get 40% proof, that means 60% of what you're taking isn't even fucking cocaine.
What is
so
it?
They use benzocaine, novocaine, they use all these additives. But novocaine and benzocaine, first of all, used to get to the dentist back in the day. So back in the day, they had better quality because they're able to get the cutting agency easier. Now they have to go to tattoo parlors because it's registered. And even then, it's very, very difficult to get. And the price of it has gone up so substantially that dealers can't afford to use a full cut that they used to use. So what they do, and a lot of people don't know this, they use rat poison. And rat poison has strychnine in it. And strychnine is one of the things that affect why you can't talk properly, which is why more and more people get these words that they stutter and then their whole neurosystem, they're doing that. They're
and that's the fucking rat poison.
That's strychnine. That's a fucking poison.
Menace II Sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace.